Marjorie Taylor Greene seems to be enjoying, or at least applauding, the use of tasers against protesters during one of her recent town halls. Now, you might respond, well, those protesters were being disruptive and they were resisting being removed, so they deserved to be tased. Okay, but where was Marjorie Taylor Greene when there were protesters attacking Capitol Police officers during the insurrection? Now, you might be like, well, that's not an insurrection, it's just a protest. Okay, but you still don't believe, right, that protesters should be allowed to resist police officers or else you get tased. But in the case of the attack on the Capitol, the protesters were tasing police officers. So where's Marjorie Taylor Greene applauding those Capitol police officers or standing up for those police officers and condemning the protesters who were willing to try to hurt those police officers? No, clearly what's happening is that Republicans say that they're not in favor of any kind of political violence unless it's a political violence that supports them. At these town halls, Republican leadership is telling them, don't even hold the town halls. Don't hold them, because they don't want us to see that even in red states, some people are starting to become really concerned about what's happening to our economy and what's happening to our democracy. They just don't want it to be picked up by the media at all. When they are holding them, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene are just taking pre-screen questions. So it's really just a matter of them just trying to show us this fake facade that everyone's fine and that the questions are ones that they all have pre-ready answers for. They don't want to have to actually face these problems. And what it really comes down to is, let's be honest. Republicans over and over again will say that they're against violence, they're against political violence, they're supportive of the police, unless it's the police officers who are protecting the democracy. If it is a violence that supports their power, mark my words, you won't hear a single complaint. In fact, you'll see them actually encourage it. Thanks so much for watching. If these kinds of issues are important to you, please subscribe. Every day I try to put out content on politics, current events, and science from a philosopher's perspective. If you check out my page, you'll find that I do some longer videos where I go really in depth into some of the details on this stuff. And most importantly, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.